Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you think that there is a recession? There is no recession. No, but there is no recession. There is a new reality. We have witnessed the birth of a new era, and within that new reality, we discovered that the old systems and structures that we have been building for ages don't function anymore. Healthcare system, banking system, economical systems, everything that we know is going to end. We come from a period of time where duality was leading. Good, bad, rich, poor, able, disable. We thought that solutions could only be found beyond ourselves in the future. So we have to reconnect to ourselves. We are used to live in separatism, compartmentalized thinking, building walls and complex structures in order to control each living creature. But planet Earth is one of the most evolved planets of duality and is on the threshold of ascending to a new dimension. A dimension where unity consciousness makes us aware, that we are all connected, all life is interrelated. That life is meant to be living in peace, in freedom, and in happiness. We are supposed to love, to share, to connect, and to create. All over the world, people are unifying, break loose from dependency and free themselves from fear. I'm gifted. I was born in Amsterdam. I studied law. I had a happy childhood. I moved from Amsterdam, imagine, to Limburg. I followed my heart. And I became an entrepreneur in the clothing industry and the hospitality industry. But I was most of all gifted because I got to learn what unconditional love means. I became the mother of 3 beautiful children, of whom one is differently developed. You call that disabled. Alex was born with an overall muscle weakness. 3 years old, he was tagged with the syndrome. That means, of course, something if you are born with an overall muscle weakness, because most of the children don't reach their 4th birthday. But Alex had chosen differently. 3 years old, he was tagged with a syndrome called Coffin-Cyrus and an autistic spectrum, which means that he can't read and he can't write, and he can communicate in his own way. He has a vision of -15, and he is, due to less brain capacity, he is not able to participate, as you and I, completely independently in real life. We had to, of course, Alex followed special education, and 6 years ago, when Alex was 15 years old, we started to orient. How does life look like after Alex finishes school and wants to live his dream? And on that way, we discovered that if you are differently developed, what you call disabled, it's hardly visible and you live separate in assisted daycare projects, but not connected with us, not in the one world. We created 2 worlds. But how about social inclusion? Aren't we all part of this planet, including the people that are different? All people make up society, including the differently developed. They don't have to integrate, they're already part of society. Years ago, I became aware that we are all perfect beings on an endless evolutionary journey. Children choose their parents. Alex, behind the veil, on the other side of the veil, Alex signed up for this life. Alex signed up for this experience, and he chose me to become his mother. So instead of feeling a victim and feeling sad about the opportunity of having the opportunity to raise a disabled child, I'm gifted. I feel privileged. Alex is here for a reason. He woke us up. He showed us the duality, able, what you call disable. But he also showed that the fact that our healthcare system is driven by money, power, and greed. 80% of the salaries paid in the disabled healthcare sector are used for overhead costs. So imagine if we are going to organize it like an entrepreneur does, then we have lots of money to take care of the differently developed. We couldn't find the right place for Alex to participate in daily life, a place where he could discover, develop and use his talents to contribute to a better world. We stopped searching and we started acting. The secret of change is not to put all of your energy in changing the old, but in building the new. So that's what we did. 3 years ago, the Masters was born. That's how we call the disabled youngsters. We looked for an empty piece of real estate, and in the neighborhood, it was given by us for the time being, by the owner. We visited the special education institute where Alex was joining a school, and we picked up with private cars 8 differently developed people, youngsters, masters from now on, and we created our palace, the Masters headquarters. Meanwhile, we visited local entrepreneurs and asked them if they were willing to fulfill a dream. And the dream consists of an internship with, most probably, a job view. The Masters is a private initiative, set up in Maastricht, organized bottom-up and mission-driven. Thanks also to the dedication and the passion of the volunteers. The Masters aims at social inclusion of the differently developed, youngsters and young adults. The Masters offers them opportunities to take part in real life and becoming the directors of their own lives, instead of being separate and dependent on the diminishing care system. No one at home on the couch or attending expensive daycare programs if they are able to contribute to society. The unemployed, asylum seekers, pensioners, professionals, residents, entrepreneurs, they all like to participate in this beautiful organic process. The participants, the Masters, don't pay anything. No? The existing work-related daycare programs for differently developed charge $130 and up per day, just to give you an idea. In 3 years' time, we realized that differently developed could stretch their comfort zone just to take part in society. And how did we realize that? We realized that through internships that resulted in contracts. The Masters started a neighborhood service, groceries, dog walking, ironing, home delivery of fresh cooked meals from the Masters Food Service. The Masters established co-creations. The Masters established co-creations with local entrepreneurs in order to offer full-time internships. This is the example of coffee lovers. Then we have the Maastricht Distribution Center, Maastricht Binnenstadservice. And if you have a talent for logistics and you have a photographic memory for logos, then you can imagine that Alex is now living his dream. We have the Green Canteen, where Masters run canteens led by people from the catering industry. We have the greenery, where we grow where local fruit is grown, and we'll expand this initiative to other parts of Maastricht. We have the Masters Food Service, where the Masters learn how to cook and to eat healthy food, and we distribute this in the neighborhood. The Masters Store will open by the end of the year. The Masters Sports Service. Imagine that the local fitness institute, TopFit, offers the Masters free use of their accommodation, and in return we offer them free services every 6 weeks. So without money, everybody is on the move. Last but not least, the Masters Happy Home. We are going to open our doors spring 2014. And what we create is what you call assisted living project, but an assisted living project that consists of students and of masters that are going to live together and that are going to take care of each other. Like all projects, the Masters Home will become a self-sustainable project. Without the use of government support, no public money is involved. The current system shows average cost for assisted living far over $5,000 per person per month without a daycare program. In case extra guidance is required, we will purchase tailor-made healthcare from professional self-employed. Then that can charge a higher fee because it still will be 80% less expensive than the current system. The Masters is a unifying process that can be put in motion anywhere in the world. My overarching ideal is to create a complete shift of mindset towards disability. If you want a better world, be the change. Step out of your comfort zone to find new ways and make it happen. You are living in a new reality. Expect normal to change, commit to change. Nobody is going to fulfill your dreams. No bank, no government, no religion. It's you. Do not just check out to rebel and revolt without creating something new. It's easy to criticize, but we want solutions and we want new creative enterprises. We can create heaven on earth for ourselves and for all the Alexes in the world. Imagine.
Thank you, Sheila. Wonderful story.